Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, please subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today, I have a Pilates practice for you focusing on back mobility and strength. We'll start out in child's pose. Go ahead and reach your hands to the front edge of your mat and sink your hips back toward your heels. Take a few deep breaths to feel the stretch all the way from fingertips down to the tailbone. Then go ahead, slide your right hand back toward your right knee. Slide your left hand forward, reach, shift your hips over to the left, and then switch sides. Right hand reaches forward, left hand shifts back towards the knee as you lean over to the right. We're going to next come up into all fours, go through a few rounds of cat to cow, arch up. Now keep your navel pulled in towards your spine, lightly bracing the core as you release down into cow. Go do that a few more times. Feel the stretch opening across the shoulders into the back, tucking the tailbone in so you get all the way from the upper through the middle to the lower back. As you release down, feel that stretch along the front of the body from hips to shoulders. Let's go ahead, come into tabletop. We're going to extend the right leg back, step the left hand forward, and then just lift that right leg up and down. Now the key is to keep your core braced, navel in towards spine. As you lift and lower the leg, you want to avoid kind of overarching, especially into the lumbar curve. So you want to keep your abs pulled in, lifted up towards the back. You want to keep your eyes lifted towards the front edge of the mat. Go ahead and keep length and strength all the way from crown to toes. One more, and let's hold this one. Tuck nose towards knee. And then reach all the way back like you're trying to touch your toes to the back of the room. Fold in, reach and extend. Go ahead and really squeeze in through the abdomen. Exhale the air from the lungs as you draw the nose towards the knee. And then reach length from toes to crown as you bring the leg back up and back. Awesome. Let's take that knee in, fold it, and we're going to go into our fire hydrant, just lifting the knee out to the side and then drawing it back in. As you lift out to the side, try to keep everything else stable along the trunk line. So from crown all the way to hips, we have a strong line. We're just bringing that leg out to the side and then squeezing back in towards the center. Feel the outer edge of the glute, the outer thigh, and stability into the back. Awesome. Now let's go into that left hand, reaching it up and out, all the way up overhead. We're focusing into the rear deltoid, into the back musculature as well. Try to lift the thumb up to your edge, your level of comfort, and then stabilize all the way through the rest of the body so the shoulders and the hips stay square all the way to your mat. Awesome. Take the arm up, hold, 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 hold. Now let's do a little pull back, bringing the elbow towards the hip and then reaching it right back out to the front of the room. Go ahead, squeeze the elbow in. And here we're going to use a little bit more mind-muscle connection. So I want you to imagine you have a pulley, and as you pull that pulley back, you're squeezing back 50 pounds, and then 75 pounds, and then 100 pounds. Good, really using the latissimus in the back. Awesome. Let's bring that hand back down to the floor. Take your right hand, step it forward as you extend the left leg back. Lift and lower. So doing that whole sequence now on the other side, extending the leg up and back, and then releasing the leg down towards the floor. Awesome. Last one. Hold. Exhale, fold nose and knee in together, and then extend the leg out nice and long. Good. Now, each of these movements is a great opportunity for you to really connect with the muscle. So as you extend the leg, you want to use your back muscles to stabilize. As you fold the nose and knee towards one another, you really want to squeeze rib cage towards hips. Exhale the navel towards the spine and feel the strength along the trunk into the abdomen. Good. Let's hold this next one out. Tuck the knee in and then bring it up and down into that fire hydrant now on the other side. Good. So left leg's turn to feel a little bit of that outer glute, outer thigh engagement. A few more on this side. And rest. All right, left hand can be in that knuckle stance or still flat. Reach the right hand up and down. Good. Lifting the thumb towards the ceiling. This is a great move to really work into the mobility of the shoulders, but also to dive into the upper back. Good. Next one, reach, extend, and hold. And let's do that lat pull. Good. Imaginary pulley, reach, grab hold, and then pull the elbow in towards your hip. Good. Feel the outer edge of the musculature really working into the back. You want to keep the shoulder lifted and high as you pull the arm back towards you. Good. Really squeeze. Last one. And let's bring both hands down to the floor, walking them back. We're going to come up into kneeling. Fingertips to temple. Let's squeeze into the glutes and hamstrings. And then release back down. Good. So like a kneeling good morning. You're just going down as far as feels right for you. Really anchoring the tops of the feet. A little bit of a hinge back, so hips can go back behind the knees as you hinge forward. And this gives a little bit of length into the glutes, and then we squeeze those glutes on the way up. Great for working into the lower back, so you're going to feel this kind of top of the glutes into the lumbar spine. And then those elbows up high and wide, pinching into the upper back, so really drawing the scapula or the shoulder blades towards the spine. Awesome. Let's hold that hinge here. Reach the right arm forward and the left arm back. Good. Draw both arms in and then reach left and right. Good. Now here working on that stability into the back. So you want to draw your belly button in towards your spine and maybe even pull the pelvic floor up and in. So you've got your hinge forward. You could also do this over the back of an ottoman or something, but we want to challenge ourselves. So if you can, try to hold that hinged posture, just reaching one arm forward, one arm back, that oppositional reach and press. Awesome. Now, every time you bring the arms back in, you're in this like semi-bicep curl. So the elbows are folded, and then they reach long, one to the front, one to the back of the room. Awesome. Let's bring the hands down towards the floor and do a back row. So hands come from knees up to the lower ribs. Here you're really going to use that mind muscle connection again. So squeeze the scapula together, squeeze the elbows together at the top, and push the elbows towards the back of the room. Eye gaze out towards the front edge of the mat. Keep your tummy tight. Awesome. Let's bring those hands back down to the floor and lower the tummy all the way down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the chin, little sway into the hips to rock out any tension you built up. And let's lift and lower. So the tops of the feet are outer edges of the mat. Press down towards the mat. And we're using the lower back to elevate us and release us back down to the floor. As you use the lower back, you want to squeeze the tummy up away from your mat towards the spine. Awesome. Let's bring it up and hold it up on this next one. Squeeze the elbows in, and we're going to push one arm at a time to the front. Good. So keep light elevation into the chest. And this is that lat pull from a different position. So we're pushing out to the front and then squeezing the elbow in towards your trunk as you bring it back. Just as before, keeping that light pinch into the shoulders, broadening across the chest as you squeeze the shoulders along the back. Let's do 3 more. Pull, pull, pull. Last 2. Last 1. Let's give ourselves a little rest. Come on into a child's pose. Hips to heels, arms to front. Sink into that low back stretch. Oh my God, feels so good, right? These low back exercises are so tough, but they are so amazing for our posture and to balance out a strong core. Let's take another few stretches here. So we're going to weave the right arm through to the left side of your mat. Reach your left arm forward and feel that stretch across the back on the right side. Let's do the same. Left arm reaches through right, looking up and under. Good, now don't get too cozy. We're still moving on. So we've got a couple little mermaid stretches. We're going to come onto the side of our hip. I'm going to give you 3 options. If you're up for mermaid all the way, you are welcome to go right into it. Otherwise, from seated, reach the arm up and over, and then release down towards your heels. Good. Knees are folded, stacked on top of one another. Bending the bottom elbow, getting a little bit more range of motion. You can look towards your bottom hand as you reach up and over, and then look towards your heel as you reach back. Awesome. Let's take this up a notch. Reach the hand up and come on up, and then reach the hand down. Good. Into a kneeling side plank. Reach up and over, and then reach down. Good. Feel that nice long stretch. And then maybe extend both legs. This is option 3 if you're up for it. Up, 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 and release. Good. Reach and extend and release. Let's just do that 2 more times, pressing into the bottom arm and relax. Remember, you've got those 2 other options if you're not up for this one. Awesome. Flipping it over to the other side. We'll start out with that kneeling position, or if you're ready to go all out, up and over, and then reach down toward your heels. All right, there was that smile. You know what that means. We're taking it up a notch from that kneeling plank into that side. Now don't forget, like me, to extend that top leg, yeah? There you go, all the way down. Good, so we've got length and extension from fingertips down to toes. Let's do one more like this, and then maybe, just maybe, we bring both feet back together, stacking the bottom leg behind the top one, reach up, and come into that side plank, and then back down. Good, as gracefully as you can. Now you might notice one side is going to be a little bit better than this, and that's okay. That's okay. We've all got a little bit of asymmetry that we are working through. Let's go for one more. Awesome. Extend both legs all the way out to the front. Let's stretch into the low back as you reach out towards your thighs, shins, or toes. Spread your shoulders across your back. Let your chin hang towards your chest lightly. Good. Lengthen all the way from the hamstrings into the glutes and lower back. We're going to take the right leg, stack it over top of the left, twist your whole body around. Looking over the back shoulder, feel that stretch along the obliques into the back, into the shoulders, and maybe even into the chest. All right, switch sides. A little twist along the back body. And then let's bring it back center. Good, so close to the end. Let's tuck those knees into the chest and a little sacral massage, circling the knees around, around, around. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't feel like you're done yet. I feel like maybe you just need a bonus challenge. What do you think? What do you think? Are you up for it? Here we go. If you are, rock those hips up. Tuck your knees in towards your chest. So a little teeny tiny roll over. Good. So we're just testing the waters right here. If you're thinking, yeah, this is good, I'm going to keep going, then you can follow me. Start to extend the legs up and over into a plow, and then slowly articulate the spine down bone by bone to your mat. Tuck the heels towards the hips. Fold the knees to the chest, extend the legs over the head, and then slowly bring the spine back down to the mat. Good. Just a few more like that. Good. Really slow pressure of the spine back down to the mat. Good. So we really feel each bone kind of imprinting. Let's go for one more. Bringing it up as high as we can, placing the heel of the palm into the lower back, and go for a little bicycle ride, all right? We're going to take one knee, tuck it in towards you, take the other leg, extend it out nice and long, and just kind of pedal. Good. Trying to get your balance, your stability. Keep that chin lifted from the chest. We need plenty of room to breathe as we bicycle. Awesome. Keep length into that extended leg. Keep your core nice and strong. Hold on to the back, and let's fold it all the way in. Bone by bone, we imprint down to the floor. Great job with that challenge. Arms wrap around the legs. Let's add a little twist. Y'all did so awesome today. I appreciate you coming out and working out with me. Let's take it into those final stretches. Come into whatever seated position you prefer. Let's reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Take one wrist at a time, just lengthen. And then exhale those arms around to the front. We want to stretch across the upper back between the shoulders. Good, balance it out, open through the chest from shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, and then bring it in. Wrap yourself in a well-deserved hug. Thanks again. Take care. Be well. And for more, please like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. I appreciate you watching. Go ahead, follow me on social for more at Healy Fit.